Radio.
827, 827, chill. All right, Kirk. I feel bad calling you Crazy Kim when we're talking about mental health. Maybe we show you bedroom Crazy Kim.
No, you sound like a slut.
Well, if the shoe fits.
The shoe's gonna get jammed in your asshole.
No, if things go right, the shoe is gonna get jammed in your asshole.
Yeah, that didn't even work.
No?
Yeah, you didn't put enough.
All right, look, I don't want to do this yet. I do love you, but I want to keep serious for like another 15
Don't
minutes.
touch my arm.
Really? Crazy Kim, you've done a lot of work with, well, I don't want to say mental illness, but I want to be serious for a second. You've done a lot of work with disease control. You've done a lot of work with mental illness. That's correct.
Yeah.
Well, what do you feel about
I mean, you're all insane, so. I mean, I think that people need to be aware of like the psychological issues of everybody around them before they start opening up to, giving people guns.
Yeah, because, let me jump in. I'm just so excited about this. Because the reality is, you don't go from an introverted kid without any indicators prior to going into a school and shooting it up. There's steps to that, right? There's got to be something in between.
There's
you being an
signs.
introverted kid who doesn't like to talk to people, isn't social, whatever, to go and pick up guns and shoot kids.
There should be like, this is
that's what we need more of.
All jokes aside, like there should be some kind of way for us to look, because when you look around like in the hood, you know the guys that are dangerous. Like, oh, that. But see, you guys need to tell us, because people are really scared right now. Like, I don't know which one of you guys is gonna snap.
Oh, us white people.
Yeah.
It's a race issue now. It's a race. You don't remember the snipers? They were black.
They were black.
And you told me that at the dinner, so I'm taking credit for that.
Well, the I'm saying is like I'm not too sure, and I really was like a little scared, because you can't tell, and it's like maybe the guy needs a hug. I don't know what pushes you to point to something like this. This is like so far right field for my thinking.
We started getting into it, and I want to tell you this, that look at the town. It's an affluent town, okay? Look at the parents from these affluent towns. Lace, you were a very, very good basketball player, a very good football player. I was a very, very mediocre basketball player, but I made a team. Pretty good football player, and Amir was an all-state and all-national wrestler, yes? Now, there were plenty of times. Congratulations. Where'd that come from? You did it? Yeah. Oh, nice. I remember that when anything went wrong with the basketball team, remember, we were on the same basketball team, when there was Coach Dorsey. Remember Coach Dorsey?
Right.
Nobody liked Coach Dorsey.
Right.
The parents had outraged. My kids weren't bad. My kids were, even though I know teammates of ours that wouldn't show to practice, playing games on the guy. So my kid didn't do nothing wrong. That's the type of people you have in these communities. You think these fucking parents are really giving two shits if their kids are real? My kid's not mentally ill.
Right.
You can't tell these parents that.
Right.
And all of a sudden, some asshole like this, some just degenerate in life, loser. They had a thing in our school. Do you remember they did that 2020 thing on that kid Jimmy?
Yes, I know, because I remember. Are we allowed to say people's names?
Yeah, I don't give a fuck. It's J Dubs, Dobbs,
Okay,
world famous Dobbs, legendary Dobbs. Where's the street? Where's the flag? Where's the flag?
My man Cardamom was on that kid's list.
Was it?
Yes.
Nice.
The kid made the list.
I would have probably put Cardamom on that list too, though.
They came to Easter and they said he's going to kill everybody.
Yeah.
And Cardamom was on the list.
That kid was a fucking nut job. We all knew he was a nut job.
I didn't know who he was.
He was fucking.
I didn't make the list.
You better hope he's still not.
Lance Evans didn't make the list.
Well,
so
that kid was a fucking Looney Tune. If that kid's out there right now,
I didn't make the list, man.
They had this kid, he had a plan. This kid drew a plan. It's on 2020. If you don't YouTube it, Becca, can you YouTube it?
No, this was a real
Eastern
2020 came to our school.
About 2002, 2003, it was Jimmy Myers on 2020. And this fucking kid, he had a whole plan to recreate Columbine at our school.
Right.
That kid was a fucking nut job, okay? We all knew he was a fucking nut job. That kid was a nut job.
Hold up. I ain't got no problem with him.
Yeah, I have no problem with him.
Y'all are some pussies. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
But people like that need to accountable, even if it's by their own parents.
But they're not. But their parents are not. That's the
yeah,
problem.
and then maybe their parents are just as bad as they are.